Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And we're following two big breaking news stories here at noon. A state representative serving part of Metro Detroit is charged with drunk driving. We're live with what we know about the case against Inkster Representative Joel Jones. But we begin with breaking news out of Indianapolis this afternoon, the site of the nation's latest mass shooting. 8 people were killed there when a man stormed a FedEx facility and started shooting. And that tops our news here at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. Police just gave an update on the investigation into that deadly shooting near the Indianapolis airport. And they say that the gunman first started randomly shooting at people in the parking lot and then went into the building. Police say 4 people were killed outside and then another 4 inside. And the shooter eventually turned the gun on himself. Investigators have not identified him just yet.
FBI personnel are assisting the crime scene, conducting interviews, assisting on the search of the suspect's home, and will provide any technical expertise requested by the IMPD. Many of you have already asked what the motive of this shooting was, and with less than 12 hours since the shooting, it would be premature to speculate on that motivation. I can tell you that there is no further threat.
Police say the shooting lasted a couple of minutes. Families gathered at a nearby hotel to await word on their loved ones, but many had no information hours later because most employees aren't even allowed to carry their cell phones into the FedEx building. Antonia Hilton is in Indianapolis this afternoon hearing from workers.
The community here in Indianapolis is waking up to news of yet another horrific mass shooting. What we know right now is that a gunman entered a FedEx warehouse and killed 8 of the workers there, and according to police, ultimately shot and killed himself.
I'm just tired. I'm just tired of people and their needs to hurt others.
Right now, we still do not know the motive of the shooter, but we do know that several other people were injured and rushed to seek medical care. The police chief, McCart, spoke to the Today Show and shared that thankfully all of those folks are now in stable condition. Antonia Hilton, NBC News, Indianapolis.
And Attorney General Merrick Garland has been briefed on the shooting, and we're told President Biden's advisors have been in touch with police and the Indianapolis mayor. And now to the breaking news here at home. Drunk driving charges for a local state lawmaker. Inkster Representative Joel Jones was taken into custody following a crash in Livingston County earlier this month. Local 4's Priya Mann joining us now live this afternoon with an update. And Priya, these charges were just announced, and he's accused of more than just drunk driving.
Yeah, that's right, Evrod. Joel Jones has been charged with resisting and obstructing a police officer as well as drunk driving. The most serious charge carries a sentence of 2 years. Here's a breakdown of the charges Joel is facing. Joel Jones charged with 4 counts of resisting and obstructing a police officer, operating a motor vehicle with a high blood alcohol content, operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated, possession of a weapon under the influence of alcohol, and reckless driving. Now, the crash happened April 6th on I-96 in Handy Township. That's near Fowlerville in Livingston County. Jones is accused of resisting and obstructing 2 state troopers, 1 Fowlerville police officer, and a paramedic. The state rep allegedly had a blood alcohol content more than twice the legal limit, which is also known as super drunk. The 26-year-old is currently serving his 3rd term as a state lawmaker in the 11th district, and that covers Inkster, Garden City, and other portions of Wayne County. Now, back in 2018, Jones was charged with having open intoxicants in his car, but he was not drunk at the time. He was also involved in a crash on I-96 in 2017 near Fowlerville Road, where he collided with an MSU student. Now, Jones and the prosecutor have not responded to our request for comment. Jones is expected to be arraigned at 53rd District Court this afternoon. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, thank you for the update. In other news this afternoon, as coronavirus cases soar here in our state of Michigan, more school districts are switching to temporary remote learning. The Detroit Public Schools Community District is pausing in-person learning until at least May 1st. Face-to-face learning has been on hold after spring break, but it was supposed to start again on Monday. Monroe Public Schools will stay remote indefinitely. And this all comes as Beaumont says that its hospitals are overwhelmed with patients and are even setting up tents outside to handle the surge. Just yesterday, Michigan added more than 6,300 new cases of COVID-19, and 112 more people have died from it. 81 of those deaths are from a review of records. We're going to get another update on our latest case numbers and totals this afternoon. Meanwhile, Governor Gretchen Whitmer has said that she's staying the course and will not implement new restrictions, despite what the experts have advised. Now, here's what she said when asked about it on MSNBC.
I lost in the Supreme Court. It was a Republican-dominated Supreme Court, and I lost some of those executive powers. We do retain some powers, but we are so incredibly divided after, I think, the politics of the last 14 months. And so it is a very difficult moment where I'm still trying to get the legislature to just deploy resources that the Trump administration sent us. So what might seem like a natural thing to do is much more complicated than what the CDC might suggest when you look at the reality here on the ground. But we do have some of the strongest protocols in place, and if people would double down on it and make their vaccination appointment, we'll get through this.
And speaking of vaccinations, Pfizer's CEO now says that even after being fully vaccinated, you might need to get a booster within a year and every year after that. Tracy Potts has more on that and the number of people getting COVID after the vaccines.
Get ready for a third Pfizer shot.
There will be likely a need for a third dose somewhere between 6 and 12 months. And then from there will be an annual revaccination.
Moderna is also working on a booster that may be combined with the flu vaccine. The White House says even with Johnson & Johnson's one-dose vaccine on hold, there's plenty available.
Because we are overprepared and oversupplied, we remain confident in that.
The nation's top health experts in a testy exchange on Capitol Hill about the impact of the pandemic.
What measures have to be attained before Americans get their First Amendment liberties back?
We're not talking about liberties. We're talking about a pandemic that has killed 560,000 Americans.
The only way we're going to get out of this, especially with this increase in variants, sir, is to get people vaccinated.
But the CDC reports 5,800 people, a small fraction, who got vaccinated later got COVID.
I was in bed very sick, just sleeping all day. I had to cancel all my work phone calls.
They're going to have mild illness, maybe moderate illness, and should be able to recover at home.
That's far better protection than the flu shot, but still worrisome for a nation where most adults are still unprotected. As for the boosters, scientists are now trying to figure out if you need to get the same brand of vaccine as a booster that you got with the original shots this year. I'm Tracy Potts.
So many new developments there. Tracy, thank you. Let's switch gears now and get you updated on your forecast as we're heading into the weekend, and we're excited about that, Brandon, and maybe even a bit of good news.
Yes, after yesterday's crazy wintry mix and chilly 40s, it's baby step improvements, but improvements nonetheless. Live look here in Mount Clemens, gray skies everywhere. Still 39 right now in Port Huron. It's middle 40s just about everywhere else. Northwest wind is 12, so our wind chills are low and middle 30s. Dress for that if you're going to be out and about. And what a difference the sun will make. We've got a couple of hours still of some clouds around. 50 at 2 o'clock. We're looking at 57 eventually. So that's a healthy 14 degrees warmer than where we're at now. You can see the clouds pouring into the area, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. You can see some clearing over Lake Michigan, even through central Michigan. We're noticing thinning of the clouds. So, Evrod, we do get into some Friday sun. Your weekend forecast, well, it's still warming up, coming up.
All right, Brandon, we'll see you in just a little bit. We do want to talk about another weekend of major construction on I-75. Just to keep you updated, both directions of the freeway will close in between 696 and 8 Mile for the second weekend in a row. And that's because crews will be demolishing bridges and setting beams. The stretch of I-75, it does close tonight at 11, and then it will reopen on Monday morning at 5 a.m. The final preparations are being made for the funeral of Britain's Prince Philip. We'll tell you what we know about the ceremony and Prince Harry's involvement. But first, protests overnight in Chicago after the city releases body camera footage of the deadly police shooting of a 13-year-old boy. That's next.